Boxing fans, come one, come all. Welcome to the Lace 'em Up Wilder Fury 2 preview with your hosts, Jacko, Brick, and Faja Uno. Today we'll be talking about key insights into the heavily anticipated rematch. First up, we will talk both fighters' decorated careers to date, as there's no way to talk about the present without the past. Wilder Fury 2. Faja Uno, who we got and why?
I'm going to have Deontay Wilder, the Bronze Bomber.
Bomb Squad.
Bomb Squad. Knockout specialist. Why? Because out of the two previous rematches this man had, Stavern. Let's talk about Stavern, actually.
The only man to survive 12 rounds with him before Tyson Fury.
The only man.
But
what happened in the rematch?
Before who?
Tyson Fury.
Before Tyson Fury.
But what happened in the rematch?
Oh, he got his clock cleaned.
In the first round. That's why. In the first round. This man he survived 12 rounds. The only man infamous surviving. He has literally one decision on his entire record.
Wait, you're talking about Luis Ortiz or?
Deontay Wilder has one decision on his entire record, and Stavern in the first round.
Oh, Stavern, okay.
He couldn't even get out the first round. So when Deontay Wilder collects his information, say, I have experience with you. I know how you work. I'm going to knock you out. Luis Ortiz is a different matter. He gave him a run for his money. He knocked him out in the first fight. But let's say in the second fight, controversially, I don't even controversially, just generally, Luis Ortiz, watching that fight, he was winning.
Oh, absolutely. Wilder was very hesitant coming forward, and Ortiz was outscoring him. He was probably up on the cards at the time.
100%. But what does it take?
Well, exactly. That's what people say. When you fight Deontay Wilder, you got to be perfect the entire fight. He's got to be perfect for 3 seconds to throw that right hand.
I wouldn't say Fury was perfect, though, the first time they fought. I don't know if perfect is the word I would use for it.
Well, that's the reason why Wilder lost a majority of the rounds, and the 2 knockdowns saved him.
That's why I feel like a draw for their first bout was fair.
Fair?
Absolutely fair, because when you knock a person down, and the fact is, Tyson Fury, in the 12th round, knocked down, he rose like The Undertaker. I was literally like, is this WWE? Is this like...
Well, yeah, he was already a meme on Twitter 30 minutes after the fight.
I give him kudos, because, like, no one's really risen like that. I thought it was over.
Oh, no, absolutely. And then Wilder's most recent fight afterwards, the first one, we got Dominic Breazeale. He KO'd him in the first round, too. And, I mean, I've never seen somebody with such animosity that Wilder's had. He literally said he wanted to kill this man.
Yeah, Wilder, he's known... And on credit, saying, yeah, I want a body.
Absolutely. And then Breazeale was very heavily rated, gave Joshua a pretty decent run for his money. And then you got Fury over here fighting Tom Schwartz, the 37th ranked heavyweight in Germany out of 56. I mean, obviously pieced him up. It was the second round knockout. Kenny Bayless as the ref there too ended the fight. Same thing with the Luis Ortiz second fight. Kenny Bayless, who's actually going to be the referee for this matchup on Saturday night.
Interesting take, Jacko. Interesting take. Brick, what do you think about this? What's your decision?
Well, I think the one thing that I keep keying on is just the weights. They're going up. Both of them are going up. So Wilder, yes, he's very explosive. And he's got a strong punch. But my question is, will he be able to...
A strong punch, he says.
You think?
Well,
how many knockouts, Brick? Just inform me real quick. What's a strong punch?
41 knockouts out of 42 wins.
Thank you.
All right, yeah. I'm not denying he's got a very nice, strong punch. But my point being is that, going up a weight for both of them, right? Can Wilder keep his stamina, keep throwing those big punches while carrying that extra weight?
Wilder? How much does Tyson Fury weigh?
270, a truck. He weighs a truck, 270 pounds.
All right, so we have the height and the weights. You want to expected weights. Weigh-ins aren't
expected weights. Exactly. I mean, Wilder's expected to weigh in at 230. He was 215 in the first fight. He's been working with a nutritionist, put on a bunch of muscle, and I mean, like you said, that does slow some guys down. But then on the other hand, you got Fury, who weighed in at 256 in the first fight. He's weighing in at 270 pounds expected.
And that's just straight beer. That's just straight beer.
Nah, I mean, honestly, I kind of like Well, I said my pick, right? I think he's in his head. I think that Deontay Wilder is in Tyson Fury's head. Why?
Really?
Key one. He changed his camp. He changes the people that he trains with.
Yeah, absolutely. He moved on from Ben Davis and his longtime trainer to go with Sugar Hill Stewart, and
You don't see that benefiting him?
it hasn't. Look at the Otto Wallin fight. He got his ass kicked for 12 rounds, basically. I thought Wallin should have won on some of those scorecards, and if that fight was in any other state than Nevada, it probably gets stopped. I mean, that gash above his eye was absolutely insane.
That's actually another thing to talk about. The first fight took place in the Staples Center in Los Angeles, and this fight's going to be taking place in the MGM Grand, which is in Nevada, obviously, which you were just bringing up. So it is going to be slightly different rules or slightly different, circumstances when that comes into play. Do you think that will have anything to do with the outcome of this fight, or do you guys just see Wilder finishing it before it even goes to decision?
Well, for the cut, how many stitches did it take to
47.
That seems like a lot there.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
I don't care how much money you
Definitely
have.
a lot.
I don't care how much money you have and the doctors you can afford for plastic surgery. This man is 41 knockouts. I'm thinking it's going to open up.
You think Wilder's gonna target that eye and bust it open?
He already stated he's coming after that eye.
Okay. I mean, Fury is a very
Smart.
Yeah, he's smart.
Yeah, I mean, if the ref wants to come in and say we're going to stop the fight because Tyson, you're bleeding all over the place, it's not my problem.
Yeah, well, I mean, if there's anyone to play defense around that fight, just watch the last, 8 rounds after Fury got that cut. I mean, that defensive masterpiece.
Yeah, exactly. You said 47 stitches. The man, got the cut pretty early on and still
Round 3.
But
still got through the whole fight and won.
No.
If you're bleeding out
we're
of
talking
your
about the
face-
champion here. It's different. You think he's
He
gonna
won bronze.
he's gonna
He didn't
allow
win gold.
him?
He won bronze. He's the bronze bomber, not the
I
gold bomber.
will agree with Evan on this point. I did see Wallin's. I was actually in person for Wallin's last fight before Fury,
Before the Fury fight.
and the guy was wearing basketball shoes in the ring.
Hey, some people are comfortable in them.
I guess, but what level of competition are you fighting?
Is he playing in the
My
NBA?
guy can't even afford boxing shoes. I mean, really, the level of competition that both have faced since their previous bout, easily Wilder's fought way better guys.
Ortiz, I thought he had him. Wilder's, hey, time and time again.
But my question is, if we're going to sit here and say that, previous opponents are going to be a big key into this, then how much do we hold their common opponent as far as, being a big preview or a big mark into what they're going to do in this fight?
Yeah, I mean, I really put no weight into their common opponent, Nikolai Stoneman Furtha. Wilder KO'd him in the 4th round in 2013, and Fury KO'd him in the 5th round in 2011.
That's like 10 years ago, man.
Exactly.
Okay, so more recent opponents are going to be something that you guys will look to kind of look at this fight?
Well, definitely. It's more recent opponents, and it's these last 2 fights for Fury were his first with his new trainer, and he looked anything but impressive.
And he put on weight, man.
You fat shaming him?
I don't know about the weight thing. Who knows? That could just be games. But, I mean,
If it's gains,
20
that's
pounds of gains?
If that's gains,
Wilder's
that's scary.
done nothing but get better. What do you mean if it's No, I think it's games. Games.
gotcha.
He's playing with him. Who knows? He's wearing the puffy Vegas Golden Knights jacket. Who knows? I mean, he's got the sunglasses on.
You think he's going to weigh in around the same that he did last fight?
I
256?
have no idea, to be honest, and I don't really think that it matters because I think that Wilder's going to connect with that right early on, maybe get that cut going, but I think that Fury's going to feel that power.
All right, so pretty much sounds like you guys are both going for Wilder. I'm going to lean towards the Fury side. Now, as far as predictions, when, how, what do you think it's going to be?
All right, so I'm going to think he's going to open up that eye around round 4. They're going to feel each other out for the first 2. And then around, I'd say, 7 or 8, he's going to knock him out. And this time, he's going to stay down. Wilder's taking this. He's
So do you
keeping
think that that's going to be the first time he knocks him down, or he knocks him down several times? 'Cause, I mean, dude, Fury's a quick guy for a 6'9".
Yeah.
He is wild.
That weight's spread out.
100%. But I think it's going to be this time, Wilder, like I said, he's going to open him up. round 4, he's gonna be dealing with the cut. They're gonna be like, dude, like again, like this is like I don't know what to do. And Wilder is gonna be like, you can't really see me. Bang, you didn't see that. Done.
So as far as if you're talking about rounds and TKOs or KOs or anything like that, let's get a little bit into the the betting odds. Mr.
Where's the
Jacko.
action? All right. Well, I mean, it's dead on even right now that we got Wilder and Fury both at -108 at the FanDuel Sportsbook. Me personally, if I took anything here, I'd put a significant wager on Deontay Wilder KO TKO +115. Getting a little bit of value there. You guys like anything else for this fight?
Just looking at it, as far as they have a draw at +2300. I don't think that the Nevada State Commission will let it go to a draw. I just don't think that that's something they're going to do with this fight, with the hype, surrounding the first one being a tie. This one, I think it's going to go to either a decision or a knockout, either of the two. So I wouldn't say at +2300, even they don't think it's going to go to a decision. Mr. Faja, what about you?
Wait, so you're saying you think Tyson Fury will knock out Deontay Wilder?
I never once stated that he's going to knock him out. I just said that I think he might win. Is a knockout possible? Sure, it's not the betting favorite. It'll, decisions or points.
Wilder's definitely been caught in some of his fights.
Oh, no, yeah. I saw him in Luis Ortiz. I saw him in Tyson Fury's fight. He definitely could take a hit.
He's got a chin.
He's got a chin for sure, but their styles are totally different. One,
that's what makes it such a good fight.
Exactly,
Yeah,
and that's why the odds are split. One, they say Tyson Fury is a better boxer, technically, but they also feel like Deontay's like still learning and stuff. He's a KO specialist.
You can't be learning at 42 wins.
I don't know how much more you can learn, but you don't really need to learn much when you got that right hand. Exactly. So we got our picks. I've got Wilder, TKO, but early rounds. Evans got it mid rounds.
What round, though?
Give me a round.
Give me a round.
Roundabout. You said early.
4 to 5.
4 to 5?
4 to
5.
Yep.
Wow.
I think he gets to him early. I mean, last time, I feel like almost Fury got to Wilder in the sense that he got him so pissed off that he got him out of his game. Wilder looks clean, cut, and focused this time.
So you said TKO, right?
Yes.
And you said knockout in the 7th or 8th round?
I've seen him do it before.
But I'm saying knockout or technical knockout? Like, is the ref
Knock
going to
him
stop
out.
this, or is Deontay just going to put him out cold?
Tyson's going to be like, what city am I in?
Oh.
Wow.
Well, also, I mean, you have to think about that cut.
Yeah.
Well,
They're stopping it.
That's what I was going to say. If you're saying the TKO, I can see the ref being like, it's bleeding profusely and he's got to stop this fight.
The bet is KO/TKO, so I'd take either or.
Either or.
But I mean, and then we know, Brick, you're taking Fury points.
Yeah.
What do we think about the over/under? 10.5?
Yeah. I would say, I mean, obviously I'm going to take the over. You're taking you sound confident about this
I don't think there's any value. -118, you're losing money.
Either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say stick more to the result more than the over/under on this one, at least. Is there any specials as far as, like, if you think the 4th or 5th round, is there anything crazy about those bets?
Fury to be knocked down in the 4th or the 5th round is a +1100. So that means you put $100 on that, you're winning 1100.
That's a bet I would take. I could see Fury getting knocked down a couple times in this fight. But that is kind of part of his game. Could I see Fury? I mean,
How many times? Previous fights. Thinking, how many times has Tyson Fury gotten down? His fighting style when he's like very what do you say, like
Shifty.
kind of like a Floyd Mayweather almost, like
in their first,
in the ring?
so like go back to the rematch. Deontay Wilder was throwing a lot of haymakers at him, and he just was dodging them like he was in the Matrix.
That's why he's a better technical boxer. That's why people say that, is because he's able to kind of move out of certain things that other boxers might get hit by.
But does he have that knockout power?
To be honest, if you're 6'9", 270, if you can't knock somebody out,
I mean, he's no chump.
yeah.
No, I'm not saying he's a chump or not.
I think he
I'm
has
saying
the power.
can he knock out Deontay Wilder? Do you see that? Do you see him getting knocked down?
To be honest, I don't know if Wilder's ever really gotten faced with, a true, threat to him being knocked out or ending a fight early from him. It's always him punching people so hard that they stop. So I don't know if anybody's ever tested him to his limit to see if he can get knocked. So to be honest, I could see Fury having that power, but does he use it? And if he does use it, does it connect enough to actually knock him down? I don't know.
Exactly. I mean, he likes to throw a lot of jabs, and the difference is, I mean, a Fury jab, it's like, okay, he's throwing it, but he's almost like kind of making his next move. So there's not all that behind it. When Wilder hits you with that jab, that's that's straight in your mouth.
He said, who was the one that he said he wanted to kill in the ring?
Brazil.
Yeah, like if you have that mindset, like you're a sick person. Like you're.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, you're gladiators in a ring, man.
And I love he measures it with his left first. He almost throws like a fake jab out there, measures the distance, and then before you even have a chance to get your hands up, the right's in your face and you're on your butt.
Every time he does it. Let me see how far you are. Get a little jab, knockout.
Exactly, and I mean, another key factor to talk about, because there's not just one fight if you're spending $80 on a pay-per-view.
Very true.
The undercard last time was awesome, to be honest. We had Jared Hurd, Luis Ortiz, Joe Joyce, all these 2 heavyweight fights, up and coming prospects, and Hurd, who was a champion. And I mean, this fight we got Charles Martin versus Gerald Washington, another heavyweight fight, not as highly touted guys. And then we have a super bantamweight title fight, which is never really the most exciting. You got the tiny guys, Emmanuel Navarrete versus J.O. Santacisma, and then Sebastian Fundora versus Daniel Lewis. None of these really move the needle, and I kind of can't believe that they couldn't put anything else together on this card.
You're going for one fight and one fight only, and you might not go till that fight's gonna start in like an hour or so.
Absolutely.
You might go to a bar. You might eat dinner before and just hang out.
Well, I wonder if it'll affect the pay-per-view numbers. If people will
buy it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it might just those old timers who don't buy the fights. They just watch it the week after, and they'll still see the fight. But you're right. From that, I would have assumed it would have been something closer to last time. But
yeah, definitely. Well, yeah, I thought it'd be even more.
Yeah,
you saw the potential for the amount of money being made.
Exactly, especially in MGM. The other one was in Staples Center, which, okay, it's a big venue, but MGM is a boxing
fight mecca.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
What about you, Fajo?
Honestly, I think this fight could be bigger than like a potential matchup. I mean, depending on, obviously, I'm favoring Deontay Wilder.
Shocker.
Right, that's my pick. But I feel like this fight in general could be bigger than, say, a potential matchup of Anthony Joshua.
Don't even bring that guy's name around here. Losing the Snickers boy.
But anyway, another factor I want to put in is Fury's talking about retirement, man.
Well, yeah, he has a 3-fight plan, he says, but...
How are you talking about retirement at 31 years old?
Have you heard a Tyson Fury interview? The guy is out of his mind.
You have 1 foot in, 1 foot out. That's another factor in this fight.
No, absolutely. I mean, I really don't see any way that Wilder loses, to be honest. I think that he puts him down early.
I think this is a money grab. Fury is already thinking about retirement. He wants to spend time with his family.
Well, that's the top-ranked deal, too. He got paid a boatload to fight, to be honest, 2 guys who are not even in his level.
If he wins, I think this, he could be like, yep, I'm done. I've done what I wanted to do. I'm good. And then just kind of walk away. Obviously, Wilder isn't ready to, put him down. I think the way that Wilder fights is way more vicious, but I just think that Fury is a little bit smarter in the ring. And even if he's facing retirement, it's something where he's still going to put 100% in and still do really, really well. What about you?
Honestly, I think the Tyson Fury mindset is he was a king of the world when he won against, what's his name, Klitschko, right? And I think he fears that if he actually beats Deontay Wilder, he will repeat his same actions from being the king of the world. Like, where's the mountain?
So
wow.
You think that he's afraid to win? You think he's afraid to win?
I think he might fear that he will go in the same downward spiral that took him out of sports.
Yeah, and I mean, Deontay Wilder is the complete opposite. The guy wants to build a legacy.
Wait, so just to get, you think that he's almost kind of like self-sabotaging himself here? Like he's already mentally checked out of this fight?
See, I admire Tyson Fury. He's an addict, right? He's coming back, and Deontay Wilder blessed him and said, I gave you this opportunity. Thinking in the fight, don't think that's not a factor. Say, I gave you this opportunity to make this bag, and you're trying to take it from me. So he's somewhat thankful, right? But his downfall was he was the king of the world. There's no more mountain to climb. I am the mountain, and I don't see an objective. And he just abused it until it became an addiction. And I think that's part of something in the back of his mind for this fight that he said, if I do this again, I fear that I will repeat
like
my
that.
same actions.
I like that. I mean, it's definitely something to watch, and I think we've covered about every angle. You got anything else there, Brick?
For the fight, no, not particularly. I mean, we've said what we had to say. I think it's a decision. That's what I'm going to stick with.
All right. We got Brick with a decision. We got Evan, 8th round, knockout, Deontay Wilder. We've got Jacko with the 4-5 rounder.
Imagine paying for $80 for a fourth or fifth
Right.
round. I would be pissed.
Well, I mean, that's another debate for another day. We'll have a conversation. Would you rather pay $80 to watch a 12-round snooze fest or a first-round knockout?
Like you said, it's for another day.
Exactly.
No,
For
yeah.
another
For
day.
another day.
Yeah.
All right, and
I
thank you,
agree.
ladies and gentlemen, for listening to the first episode of Lace 'Em Up. Follow PickUp Productions on Snapchat at PickUpProd, on TikTok at PickUp Productions, on Instagram at PickUp Productions. And if you have any hot tips, please email us at pickupproductionspod@gmail.com. Thank you for listening.